This is the Acura Integra, and if you're familiar with the Integra name, this may not be the Integra you know. And I can hear r/cars whining right now, wow, 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 it's not the original Integra. The original Integra has been dead for nearly 2 decades, okay? It's back, it's better, it's different, get over it. Let's get into it. At the front of the Integra, we're gonna start talking about the exterior. The lights, of course, all LED. You have Acura's trademark jewel headlights. They look absolutely great. The A-spec, which this is going to get fog lights down here. You have a frameless grille debuting on the Integra, and it has the word Integra stamped in the bumpers, which is a reference back to the original version of the Integra. This vehicle has an aluminum hood and some aluminum bracing under here. That's going to reduce weight in the vehicle. And it has some aerodynamic performance enhancements as well. For example, you have an air curtain right here that's going to direct air over the wheels and reduce turbulence and make the vehicle slippery and fast. Same deal with the chin spoiler underneath. That's going to reduce the amount of air going underneath the vehicle. It's going to suck you to the road and keep the car planted. At the side of the Integra, I'm really curious what you think about how this vehicle looks. I'm not quite sure. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but this is the A-spec, which means we get some special treatment. You can get 17 or 18-inch wheels. The A-spec is getting those 18-inch wheels. Also special to the A-spec, normally you're gonna have chrome window trim. The A-spec gets that blacked out. Now, this vehicle has a very low window line, and that's creating really good visibility inside. I think that's what makes this vehicle look a little strange to me. Maybe that or the dramatically sloped roof right here. This is a liftback. It is the only vehicle in its segment that is a liftback in this manner. We will see if that dramatic slope cuts into headroom when we get in the rear. I think this is a real sharp looking vehicle, especially in this performance red pearl coat. Let's jump around to the back. Acura designed the rear of the Integra to emphasize the wide sporty track of the vehicle. You have chicane taillights right here, which look great. Again, all LEDs. Special to the A-spec is going to be this lip spoiler right here. That's going to help keep the vehicle planted. That's part of some of those aerodynamic features the A-spec is getting. You have dual exhaust, and if we were to open the liftback, it's currently locked, but you would see that's not an individual trunk. This is a liftback, and this vehicle has just over 24 cubic feet of space there. The second row seats can easily be put down by reaching to the shoulder and pressing a button. Under the hood, we have a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder VTEC engine putting out 200 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. Power can be sent through your choice, either a manual. Yes, this vehicle can be had with a manual. That's very special for this class, but you can also get a CVT. Both are gonna send power to the front wheels, and that 6-speed manual does have auto rev matching. You can expect around 36 miles per gallon from this CVT variant that we have right here. This is the first ever engine that's been turbocharged from the factory for Integra, so pretty interesting little engine right here. I'm excited to get it out on the road later this year. Let's talk driver assistance. This vehicle comes with AcuraWatch, just like you should AcuraWatch the rest of this video and our other uploads. Make sure to like and subscribe to Gas Guzzlers for more weekly automotive content. Jokes aside, AcuraWatch is a very impressive system. You're getting features like traffic jam assist, which will manage your steering and your power delivery while in a traffic jam. You're getting dynamic radar cruise control, lane keep assist, road departure mitigation, collision mitigation. You have blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert. This is going to be a very safe, effective vehicle. The interior here is standard Acura fare, and that's not a bad thing at all. The main point of the vehicle is this dash-mounted 7-inch display. Kind of a mouthful there. You can also get an upgraded 9-inch. We'll take a look at it later, but you can get wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay with the upgraded version. You also have a 10.2-inch digital gauge cluster we'll take a look at in just a second. You have nice features in here like ambient lighting, Qi wireless charging. You can get up to 16 speakers throughout the vehicle if you want to have a bumping sound system, but let's be honest, this is an Integra. You're going to rip out all of the speakers and put in a giant subwoofer. Now let's take a look at this digital display. It's a full digital display. I really like it. It's clear and it's got good black levels, good contrast, so very nice system here. It's controlled with 2 dials on your steering wheel. You can control the left and right part of the steering of the display, separately. So on the left is all of your connectivity. If you want to connect to your phone, choose what radio station, etc., that is all available on the left. On the right, that's kind of your vehicle systems information, your safety systems. Right now it's freaking out because it's in an auto show environment, so it doesn't know what's going on. But you can get all your trip computers there. Driver attention, if you're setting off all of the safety systems in the car's going to notice that you're driving in a poor fashion. It's going to say, hey, why don't you pull over? over, it would be much safer. You can see, of course, your seatbelt status, oil life, and all of the typical system notifications you would expect to see through a vehicle. You get a very clear HUD on the vehicle. It looks great. It's showing you your speed, and right now it's showing you your seatbelt status. Really like that feature. Now, the Integra is not the only cool car here at the 2023 DC Auto Show. There are 200 plus vehicles scattered around the floor for you to come and check out and interact with. So definitely stop by the show. If the 2023 show is over, definitely get ready for a 2024 show in January of 2024. It's gonna be awesome. We hope to see you guys there. As I mentioned, you can get a 7 or 9-inch display. The 9-inch is gonna get you wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. I really like this display. It's quick, it's snappy, it looks a little dull, but you know what, so what? It's very utilitarian. It does have a plastic covering. I like to see glass. Glass feels a lot more premium. In a premium Acura vehicle, I would like to see a glass display. But other than that, you know, there's not too much to complain about because look how snappy it is. As I scroll around, there's no lag to it whatsoever. And it's got useful features like a trip computer right here. If you want to know what your fuel mileage is, that's going to let you know how you're doing. If you swipe over, you can control your display very easily from down in this quick access menu bar. It's set up very much like an iPad display, which is where a lot of automakers are now going. If you want something a little more calm, you can have a clock or compass up here and just have that blank display. The rear of the Integra is not great. There are usually three main things I look for in the rear of a vehicle. I want charging, I want air vents, and I want a space large enough to fit a human. This vehicle fails in 2 of those 3 things. It does have charging ports. You do have 2 USB chargers right there. That's very nice. But it does not pass the air vent test. There are no air vents in this over $37,000 vehicle back here. So if it's a hot day, you better hope they're cranking the AC up front because you're gonna be pretty hot back here. But you're not gonna be focusing on the temperature because you'll be too distracted by your head, which does not fit in the vehicle. I'm 6 feet tall, and without being dramatic, you know, my head is very much touching. And if this person was moved back, you can see I have plenty of legroom right now. I have the passenger seat moved up a little bit. If they were sitting back further and they did not like me and forced me to sit even further back and higher up, my head would be even more pressed against the roof. This is really not a great rear area. You have 2 cup holders, which is nice, and armrest, but if you expect to be using the rear of the vehicle often for adult humans, I'm gonna suggest you look elsewhere. The 2023 Integra is an interesting vehicle. All the complaints about the name and whatever aside, really the driver experience I'm looking forward to trying out. And so far, my initial impressions of the front 2 seats is very positive, especially for the price range of around $37,000 for this A-spec. I'm pretty impressed by the value proposition of this vehicle. However, the rear seats does mean that you have to keep in mind that if you have adult friends that you're often driving around or a family with tall kids or something like that, you're gonna wanna consider maybe moving up to the TLX or something like that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the 2023 DC Auto Show, and especially be sure to get ready for 2024. We'll see you in next week's video. Be sure to like and subscribe to Gas Guzzlers. Take care, folks.